You are driving to work on a completely normal morning. Nothing feels out of the ordinary. The car starts fine, idles smoothly, and accelerates just like it always does. Then, completely out of nowhere, the check engine light pops on. It sits there calm and bright yellow as if it has all day to ruin yours. You pull into a local auto parts store, hand them the scan tool, and the code comes back as P0011. Intake Camshaft Position Timing Over-Advanced on Bank 1. The guy behind the counter squints at the screen, shakes his head, and tells you that sounds like a stretched timing chain or a bad motor. He gives you a somber look and quotes you $3,000 for a job you might not even need. Hold on. Before you start panicking or pulling out a credit card for a down payment on a massive repair job, here's what almost nobody tells you about this code. P0011 has almost nothing to do with a bad sensor, and it is rarely caused by a stretched timing chain. In reality, it is almost always a hydraulic oil pressure problem. A shocking percentage of these codes are completely resolved with nothing more than a standard oil change and a $50 solenoid replacement. If you want to know how to pinpoint the exact cause before you hand your car over to a shop, stick around because I'm going to walk you through the entire diagnostic process step by step. Before we get into the step-by-step checks, let us break down what this code actually means under the hood, because the official technical name tends to scare people unnecessarily. P0011 stands for Intake Camshaft Position Timing Over-Advanced. Modern engines use a system called Variable Valve Timing, or VVT. Toyota calls it VVTi, Honda calls it iVTEC, Ford calls it TIVCT, and GM calls it Dual Overhead Cam VVT. Regardless of what the badge on your engine cover says, they all work on the exact same core hydraulic principle. Your engine uses pressurized engine oil to rotate the intake camshaft slightly relative to the crankshaft while the engine is running. By changing this angle, the engine computer can adjust precisely when the intake valves open and close. At high speeds or under heavy load, it advances the timing to let more air into the cylinders for extra horsepower. At cruising speeds, it adjusts the timing to improve fuel economy and lower exhaust emissions. To manage this, the engine computer sends an electrical signal to command a specific camshaft angle. Meanwhile, a camshaft position sensor watches the physical shaft and reports its actual position back to the computer in real time. Over-advanced simply means the camshaft rotated forward to advance the timing when commanded, but then it got physically stuck there and failed to retard back to its rest position when the computer told it to slow down. Notice what that means. The computer is telling you the system is stuck. P0011 is a mechanical performance code, not an electrical circuit code. That distinction is massive. It means the wiring is usually intact, and the sensor is doing its job by reporting the truth. It is the underlying oil hydraulics that are lying to the computer and causing the mechanical hangup. The heart and brain of this entire variable timing setup is a component called the oil control valve, or VVT solenoid. It is a small, precision-engineered electromagnetic valve mounted on the cylinder head. Inside the solenoid is a tiny sliding spool valve that routes pressurized engine oil into different chambers inside the cam phaser, which is the mechanical gear bolted to the end of your camshaft. When the computer wants to advance timing, it sends a pulsed electrical signal to the solenoid, opening a passage that directs oil pressure into the advance chamber. When it wants to retard timing back to normal, it shifts the spool to drain that oil out. Here is the critical detail that most DIYers miss. Everything in the VVT system runs on the exact same oil that lubricates your bearings and pistons. That single engineering reality explains why P0011 behaves the way it does and why it shows up out of nowhere. Now let us talk about the part that saves you real money. The absolute most common cause of a P0011 code by a massive margin is low oil, dirty oil, or oil of the wrong viscosity. Modern VVT engines have extremely tight tolerances. The hydraulic passages inside the oil control valve and the cam phaser are barely wider than a human hair. Over time, as engine oil breaks down from heat and extended change intervals, it forms micro sludge, carbon deposits, and varnish. When your oil level drops low, the pump draws in tiny air bubbles, causing hydraulic pressure to fluctuate. When the oil gets dirty or turns thick with sludge, those micro passages get restricted. The tiny mesh filter screen built into the solenoid gets packed with debris, and the cam phaser gets stuck in whatever position it was holding. I have personally watched a simple oil change using the correct factory-recommended fluid weight fix vehicles that dealership service managers wanted to tear apart for a $3,000 engine rebuild. So how do you actually diagnose this in your driveway without throwing random parts at the car? You work your way up from the absolute cheapest check to the most complex. Step number 1 is checking your engine oil. Pull the dipstick, wipe it on a clean white paper towel, and look closely. Is the oil level below the fill line? Is the liquid pitch black, gritty, or smelling heavily of unburnt fuel? If so, stop right there before touching a single bolt. Perform a complete oil and filter change. Make sure you use the exact factory-recommended oil weight. Toyota frequently specifies 0W20, GM often requires Dexos-approved synthetic, and older European cars might demand 5W40. Never guess on oil weight with a VVT engine because changing the viscosity alters the hydraulic flow rate through the solenoid. After changing the oil and installing an OEM quality filter, clear the code with a scan tool and take the car for a drive. A huge percentage of P0011 cases are completely solved at this exact step, costing you $60 instead of thousands. If your oil level is full and the fluid looks clean, step number 2 is inspecting and testing the VVT solenoid itself. Locate the solenoid on the front or side of your cylinder head near the camshaft. Unplug the electrical connector, remove the single mounting bolt, and pull the solenoid straight out. Inspect the body of the valve immediately. Most solenoids feature a tiny wrapped wire mesh screen over the oil ports. If that screen is packed solid with black sludge or metal flakes, clean it thoroughly with electrical cleaner or replace the unit entirely. To test the solenoid electrically, grab a digital multimeter and set it to measure resistance in ohms. Touch the meter leads across the 2 electrical terminals on the solenoid connector. On a cold engine at room temperature, a healthy solenoid coil typically reads between 6 and 12 ohms. If your meter reads 0 ohms, you have an internal short circuit. If it reads infinite resistance or displays OL, the internal coil wire is broken and the solenoid is dead. You can also perform a quick mechanical bench test. Apply 12 volts directly from a car battery across the 2 pins for a split second using jumper wires. You should clearly hear and see the internal valve plunger snap open with a sharp, crisp click. If the plunger hesitates, moves sluggishly, or feels sticky from varnish buildup, the solenoid needs to be replaced. A quality OEM or name brand aftermarket solenoid generally costs between $40 and $150, and it usually takes less than 15 minutes to swap out. If the solenoid passes all physical and electrical tests, step number 3 requires looking at live engine data with a bidirectional scan tool. Hook up your scanner and navigate to the VVT or camshaft data stream. Look for 2 specific numbers, desired camshaft angle and actual camshaft angle. With the engine fully warmed up and idling in park, the intake camshaft position should sit near 0 to 5 degrees, with the actual angle matching the desired angle almost perfectly. Next, rev the engine smoothly up to around 3,000 RPM while watching the live display. You should see the computer command 10 to 20 degrees of advance, and the actual angle reading should instantly move up to track it. If you let off the throttle and the desired angle drops back to 0, but the actual angle stays stuck 5 or 10 degrees ahead, you have officially confirmed the mechanical problem. The oil pressure is either failing to drain out of the advance chamber, the solenoid internal spool valve is hung up under hydraulic load, or the lock pin inside the mechanical cam phaser gear has failed. This brings you to the ultimate decision tree for resolving P0011. If the oil was neglected, start with a fluid change. If the solenoid is clogged or fails its resistance test, swap the solenoid out. The whole secret to dealing with a P0011 code is that you always work your way up from the free check in your driveway, rather than starting at the worst-case repair quote from a repair shop. If you found this diagnostic breakdown helpful and you want to learn more straightforward ways to fix your own vehicle and save money on repairs, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if your engine is giving you a random multi-cylinder misfire code alongside a P0300, click the video appearing on your screen right now. I will walk you through the 10-minute diagnostic path that pinpoints the exact cause of a random misfire without wasting money, replacing every single spark plug and ignition coil on the engine. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and I will see you in the next video.